Exclusive here on WIS. A Midlands man will spend 12 years in prison for slamming a stolen car into a Ben Lippen senior nearly 2 years ago. She was left seriously injured with a slim chance of survival.
Antonio Henderson pleaded guilty to 2 counts of felony driving under the influence in connection with the January 2022 crash at the intersection of Elmwood and Main Streets in Columbia. Jessica Culp was on the other side of that crash. She was placed in a coma, suffered a traumatic brain injury, skull fracture, and broken bones, but she has since made nothing short of a remarkable recovery. Nick Neville was in the courtroom for the sentencing and joins us now live in studio. Nick?
Yes, Greg and Judy. So I had a chance to speak with Jessica. One thing that stands out in that conversation, just how upbeat and positive she is. Jessica tells me that she's happy to have this chapter closed so that she and her family can move forward with faith and hope for the future. Antonio Henderson, whose actions on the night of January 22nd, 2022, left then 18-year-old Jessica Culp with critical injuries, received a 12-year maximum prison sentence Thursday. Henderson, speeding at over 100 miles an hour, crashed his car into Jessica's after running a red light, just blocks away from the courthouse where he was sentenced.
As an 18-year-old, my mom became a teacher and taught her 18-year-old daughter her alphabet and how to write her months and days in order and spell correctly.
A Columbia police officer who spoke during sentencing says she hesitates to call Jessica's journey lucky. It was through her sheer determination, faith, and the support of her family and doctors that she's able to stand on her own 2 feet today. The only lucky person in that courtroom, she says, is Henderson, who she feels should receive a more severe sentence.
If she was just a fraction of an inch further into the intersection, it could be a completely different outcome.
In handing down the sentence, the judge called this one of the most horrific cases he's ever seen. Henderson's actions that night showed total disregard for the law, society, and human life, he said.
If I could give you a life sentence, I would.
I asked Jessica what has given her the strength to persevere throughout her recovery.
A big thing for me has just been my faith in God, and it's really unfortunate because my whole life I always wanted to be a collegiate athlete, and that got taken away from me. But from that, even though that door got shut, so many other doors got opened for me.
And among those doors, an opportunity to spread her message of positivity and forgiveness as a motivational speaker. She's also now a published author, reminding others in the face of hardship to count their blessings and to keep smiling. Live in the studio, Nick Neville, WIS News 10.
All right, Nick, thanks so much. And of course, our prayers go out to the Culp family. Henderson has an extensive criminal history, including several convictions for drug charges. The state asked the judge to consider this in determining his sentence.